Hey y'all, it's Carla with Bella Vista Wreaths, and today we are making a St. Patrick's Day wreath for the front door, so stay tuned. So for this project, you're going to need a St. Patrick's Day sign, along with a 24-inch evergreen base, 3 varieties of 10 to 10.5-inch deco mesh. I'm also using different types of adornments like picks and floral sprays, different types of greenery, along with this really cool Ferris silk. I think it's a 6-inch gem as a nice focal point in the middle of the wreath. So to cover the evergreen base, what I do is I use 20 to 25-inch strips of deco mesh. And so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm measuring that out, and then I'm just using my scissors. I don't actually measure every single time. I'm just giving you a rough idea of how much mesh I'm actually using. So you just cut it just like I'm doing here, and just a quick little stripe across. And I typically use around, if I'm using 3 different types of deco mesh, I'm using around half of a roll of each different color. So to prep your evergreen mesh for the deco mesh, the first thing I'm going to do is to separate the inner ring from the outer ring. And you can see that right here up close, that there's an inner ring and an outer ring, and I'm just separating out the pine tines between the different rings. All right, now we're going to stuff the base with our deco mesh. I use a cruffle method, so I take each of the rolls that we cut. Like I said, it's going to be around 24 inches. I roll the ends together, and then I scrunch it up. That makes both 2 different curls and a ruffle, and that's where it gets its name, cruffle. So very easy. Like I said, 2 curls and the ruffle. And then you're going to attach it. I start from the outer ring and then work my way to the inner ring, but you could do whatever you really want to. So I just take the 2 pine tines and I just give them a good twist. And I have my mesh going perpendicular to the ring, so you've got it going in and out and making the curls along the outside. You can see that I'm putting the mesh as close as I can to the base of the wire frame here, that I almost want it to touch in a way. And you're going to just rinse and repeat that a whole bunch of different times between alternating colors. So you've got the gold, the emerald green, and then I have a third color that has a green and beige striped jute mesh. Hey, you can see my son in the background. Aw, so cute. A little helper. All right, so you're just going to repeat that. And I do like to have, I skip every 3 to 4 pine tines along the outside, just so that the ends of the deco mesh are touching. You don't need to have them too close or too far apart. You'll see once it starts getting more put together. And let's go in turbo speed. If only it was this quick. This is usually the most time-consuming part of the whole process, but it is a necessity.
Okay, so sometimes these will have a natural center, if you will, for hanging. It's just one big round thing. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to squish it together, because I like mine to be more of an oval shape. So let me find a good spot. So I'm just going to grab it right in the middle like this. And I'm going to push it against my body. Not too hard. You see that it's making like more of an oval shape. Just like that. Just turn it around, do it the other way. Now, one other thing you can do to make sure that it keeps its shape is you can use zip ties. To keep it in place. I don't usually do this, I'm gonna be honest, but I think that some other folks have had a lot of success with that. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Plus, I have plans for the sign and or the emerald, and it might be nice to have it have something to rest on. We don't have to make this real tight either, just to make sure it keeps its shape. All right, so there you go, just like that. Then I'm gonna go in and just snip the tails. Snippy snip. Okay, cool. So this is what it looks like. Cute, right? Cute so far? Yeah.
And now it's time to make the bow. So I'm using a variety of 2.5 and 1.5 inch wired ribbons, making some extra long tails and giving it a loop. So the way that I make my bows is using freestyle without a bow maker, and you loop it over and you twist it, and that way the design of the ribbon is always showing. You don't want to see the underbelly of the ribbon ever. And just alternating between the different colors. I'm doing 2 loops of each color and then leaving some of the tails a little extra long, knowing that I'm going to put it into my wreath and have those tails cascading down. And to attach and cinch off your ribbon, you're going to use a zip tie and then use a pipe cleaner to secure that to your wreath. And then you just fluff up your bow.
All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we need to decide where the sign is gonna go. So this is our cute little sign. Look how cute it is. It says Happy St. Patty's Day. All right, so these are the elements that we're using in our design. I like to keep the tag so I know how much it costs, so I'm gonna leave that there. We're gonna do our big old juicy bow we made earlier. Let me grab that real fast. I know for sure I want my bow on the top left. So this is the bow. These are the crazy tails. And what I'd like is for the bow to be up top. And I'll turn it around and show y'all. This is what my vision is. I'm envisioning a bow up here, right up top on here, the sign here, and maybe the jewel dangling down. Something like that is what my vision is. And then we're gonna use all the sprays all around. So the first thing I'm gonna do is that I want to secure the bow.
So I'm just using that pipe cleaner to feed it through the mesh and then attach it to the wire frame on the back of the wreath.
Thanks guys for watching the tutorial. I hope that you enjoyed and learned a little something tonight. This is Bella Vista Wreaths by Carla Abear, and we've made a St. Patty's Day wreath for y'all. Good night.
And don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me a comment down below to see what you all think of our creations here on Bella Vista Wreaths. Thanks so much.